You've seen the videos. A pickup truck stops on a dirt road, a soldier kneels, fires something that looks like a green tube, and a Russian tank 20 miles away just stops existing. You've seen the launchers in the snow, the trails of smoke, the aftermath, but here's what nobody asks. What was that missile? Where did it come from? And how many more does America still have to send? Today, every single American missile that America has sent to Ukraine since 2022, from shoulder-fired anti-aircraft to truck-launched ballistic weapons that can hit a target 300 kilometers away. All of them. Explained. Let's go. First, the numbers. Since February 2022, the United States has sent Ukraine more than $130 billion in weapons and military aid. That's larger than the entire defense budget of Germany, larger than France, larger than most NATO members combined. A meaningful piece of that $130 billion was missiles. Not artillery shells, not body armor, not training, missiles. 11 different American missile systems have been confirmed, shipped, used, and in some cases lost in combat. Each one was designed for a different war. Each one is now being used in this one. We start with the smallest. The one a single soldier carries on his shoulder. The FIM-92 Stinger, built by General Dynamics, operational since 1981. A two-person team operates it, but in practice, one soldier can do everything. You aim, you wait for the buzz tone telling you the missile has locked on, you squeeze the trigger. 5 kilograms of solid rocket fuel launches a missile that climbs at Mach 2.5 toward whatever is making heat in the sky. Helicopter, cruise missile, low-flying jet. The Stinger killed an entire generation of Soviet helicopter pilots in Afghanistan during the 1980s. CIA shipped 500 of them to the Mujahideen. Soviets lost more than 200 aircraft. Now history is rhyming. Ukraine got more than 2,000 Stingers. By 2023, the Pentagon admitted the manufacturer wasn't sure how to build new ones. The original production lines had been shut down for decades. The FGM-148 Javelin, maybe the most viral weapon in American history, built by Lockheed Martin and Raytheon since 1996. Cost per missile, $178,000. The Javelin doesn't fly straight at a tank. It climbs, then it dives. From above, hits the tank where the armor is thinnest, the top of the turret. Soviet tank designers never planned for that. 5-kilometer range, a tandem warhead designed specifically to defeat the explosive reactive armor that Russian tanks wear like chainmail. The Pentagon shipped Ukraine more than 10,000 Javelins. Each one is supposed to take 3 weeks to manufacture. The first 6 months of the war, Ukraine used them up faster than America could build them. Memes called it Saint Javelin. A religious icon of the Virgin Mary holding a missile launcher went viral across Kiev. The Switchblade, America's first mass-fielded suicide drone, built by AeroVironment. 2 versions. The 300, 2.5 kilograms, fits in a backpack, designed to kill personnel. The 600, 54 kilograms, designed to kill tanks. They are launched out of a tube. They fly up to 80 kilometers. Then they wait. They circle the target. The operator watches the camera feed. When the moment is right, the drone dives and explodes itself. Ukraine got more than 1,000 Switchblade 300s and at least 700 Switchblade 600s. Quick question. Would you rather face an artillery shell or a drone that watches you for 20 minutes before deciding to attack? Drop your answer below. The AGM-114 Hellfire, launched in combat more times than almost any other guided weapon in American history, designed in the 1970s to kill Soviet tanks from a helicopter, got famous in the War on Terror killing extremists from a Predator drone. Now in Ukraine, mounted on captured Russian launchers, hand-modified Land Rovers, and Seahawk helicopters. 45 kilograms, 8-kilometer range, laser-guided. Some Ukrainian engineers welded Hellfire rails onto fishing boats. The Pentagon never officially approved this. Nobody from Washington asked questions. The Hellfire became a Lego brick of warfare. You give it to anyone, and they figure out how to attach it to whatever they have. Pause here. Let that land. America made a missile so flexible, you can launch it from anything. The GMLRS Guided Multiple Launch Rocket System, 3-meter-long rocket, 80-kilometer range, hits within 5 meters of a GPS set point. Lockheed Martin started shipping them in 2005. Ukraine has fired more than 10,000. Each one costs around $160,000. They are launched in pods of 6 from a vehicle called himars, which is itself the next weapon on our list. The wild thing about GMLRS is what it killed. In the summer of 2022, Ukrainian operators used these rockets to systematically destroy Russian ammunition depots, command posts, and rail bridges across the entire Eastern Front. Pentagon analysts estimated 60% of all Russian artillery strikes ceased within a month of GMLRS arriving. One weapon broke an entire fire support system, the M142 HIMARS, the launcher that turned GMLRS into a story. It's not a missile, it's a truck. A 6-wheeled Oshkosh chassis with a single rotating pod that holds either 6 GMLRS rockets or 1 ATACMS missile. The truck drives to a position, sets up in under a minute, fires its load, and drives away in 2 minutes. They call it shoot and scoot. Russian counter-battery radars couldn't lock fast enough. Ukraine got 38 HIMARS launchers. As of late 2026, exactly 0 have been confirmed destroyed by Russian fire. Pause here. Russia has lost an estimated 10,000 armored vehicles in this war. Ukraine has lost 0 HIMARS. The disparity is so extreme it became Russian state propaganda fuel. They claim to have destroyed dozens. Pentagon counts 0. Both can't be right. The Army Tactical Missile System, ATACMS, pronounced ATACMS, the first true ballistic missile America gave Ukraine. Built by Lockheed Martin starting in 1991, 1,700 kilograms, 300-kilometer range, Mach 3 re-entry speed, cluster warhead, the most powerful weapon on the entire HIMARS launcher. America initially refused to give these to Ukraine for 18 months. The fear was Ukraine would use them inside Russia, escalating the war. October 2023, the position quietly changed. Ukraine got 100 of them. They started striking Russian air bases deep behind the lines. Black Sea naval bases, ammunition depots in Crimea, helicopter parking fields in occupied territory. Each ATACMS strike removed weeks of Russian operations in a single launch. The Russian military adapted by moving their aircraft further east. ATACMS broke the entire forward basing strategy of one of the world's largest air forces, the AGM-88 HARM, high-speed anti-radiation missile, designed to find and destroy enemy radars. Built by Texas Instruments and now Raytheon since 1985, the HARM listens. It listens for a Russian air defense radar to start transmitting. The moment it detects the signal, it homes in. Mach 2, 15-kilogram warhead. The radar operator has about 30 seconds to turn off the system or die. America initially didn't want to give HARMs to Ukraine because Ukrainian jets couldn't carry them. The American solution was hilariously simple. Engineers from the U.S. Air Force and Ukrainian pilots together duct-taped the launch wiring of HARMs onto Soviet-era MiG-29 fighters. It wasn't supposed to work. It worked. Ukrainian MiG-29s now fire HARMs designed for American F-16s. The integration was completed in 6 weeks. The AIM-9X Sidewinder, the famous air-to-air missile, but with a twist. America didn't send it to Ukraine to be fired from an airplane. They sent it to be launched from the ground, mounted on a vehicle called NASAMS, a Norwegian air defense system. The Sidewinder normally homes in on jet engine heat from the cockpit of an F-22 or F-15. In Ukraine, the same missile is fired from a truck, targeting Russian cruise missiles, Iranian-built Shahed drones, helicopters at low altitude. Range when ground launched is reduced to about 18 kilometers, but the system has shot down hundreds of targets. A $400,000 missile killing a $20,000 drone is not economically winning, but not losing your power grid is. The MM-104 Patriot, the most prestigious and most controversial missile America has ever exported, built by Raytheon, in service since 1981. $4 million per shot. Ukraine got at least 4 Patriot batteries. Each battery has 8 launchers and 32 ready missiles. The Patriot doesn't just defend against airplanes. The newest variant, PNK-3, was specifically built to intercept ballistic missiles in flight, mid-course, terminal phase, anything coming down at hypersonic speed and aimed at a city. In 2023, a Patriot shot down a Russian Kinzhal. Putin had personally claimed the Kinzhal was unstoppable. The video of the intercept circulated globally within hours. In 2024 and 2025, Patriots shot down more than 30 Russian ballistic missiles, including more Kinzhals, several Iskanders, and at least one of Russia's experimental hypersonic glide vehicles. Pause here. America sent Ukraine a missile that defeated a weapon Russia claimed nothing could stop. The Phoenix Ghost, America's most secret loitering munition. The U.S. Air Force created this drone specifically for Ukraine. The first time most people heard the name was at Pentagon press conference in April 2022. AeroVironment built it. The exact specifications are still classified. Some reports describe it as a Switchblade 600 upgrade. Others describe a completely separate aircraft. What we know: more than 1,800 Phoenix Ghosts have been delivered. Range, reportedly more than 50 kilometers. Endurance, reportedly 6 hours of loiter time. Warhead capable of destroying armored vehicles.